Israeli strikes have targeted the Palestinian Red Crescent headquarters in Khan Younis in southern Gaza for a second day. Joining us now on Al Jazeera is Nebal Farsakh, who's the organization's spokesperson, live from Ramallah. Nebal, thank you so much for being with us. So your office is being shelled in Khan Younis, I understand. What more can you tell us about this, and is your staff safe?
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Early this morning, Israeli occupation forces targets the Palestinian Red Crescent headquarters in Khan Younis, artillery shelling on the fourth floor. A number of injuries among the displaced people who are near the building from the gunfires from the drone. Gladly, no injuries from the artillery shelling, but this absolutely is putting at risk the lives of thousands of displaced people who are taking shelter inside the Palestinian Red Crescent headquarters and near the building. The situation remains extremely dangerous. As you know, since yesterday, there was a significant escalation in attacks on the Palestinian Red Crescent Amal Hospital. For hours, no one was able to get in or go out. Our EMS teams were unable to go out to reach the wounded people in the area. However, lately, they managed to take one of the roads to reach and evacuate the wounded and injuries. This was extremely still dangerous.
Right.
It's not easy at all. And we managed to evacuate one of them who are still having surgeries now due to their critical injuries. And not only our teams, the movement in Khan Younis city is extremely hard. Almost no one is able to get into the city or go out.
Right.
So the entire population almost are trapped under very intense airstrikes, artillery shelling, along with gunfire from the Israeli drones.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how this is affecting your ability to provide services for people in Khan Younis.
Today also marks almost 12 day of complete communication blackout in Khan Younis. There is no landline, cellular communication, as well as Wi-Fi connection. That means people are not able to call the 101 emergency line. Our teams now are facing significant challenges reaching to the wounded people because the area is extremely dangerous and there is ongoing targets for the Palestinian Red Crescent ambulance teams in the area. We still almost disconnected from our teams in Khan Younis because we can't call them, and the only way to get any information from them is via the VHF radio, which is encounter to regular distortion and disconnection. We remain extremely worried regarding the safety of our teams in Khan Younis and still call on the international community to intervene immediately to provide protection for our medical teams and our facilities.
Right.
Civilians and healthcare workers are not targets.
That brings me to my next question, Nebal. I mean, you talk about the difficulty of reaching your teams in Khan Younis, the challenges for your teams in Khan Younis to reach people there and to help them out. It's not the first time that the Palestinian Red Crescent has come under attack in Gaza, having been targeted in the past few weeks as well. Do you think Israel is deliberately targeting you?
Is that there is a systematic target from the Israeli occupation forces for the Palestine Red Crescent premises since the beginning of this war. Not only for the Palestine Red Crescent premises, but also for the entire health system in Gaza. Up to this moment, 8 Palestine Red Crescent paramedics were killed while they were on duty, trying to save people's life and evacuate the injuries. 29 others were injured. At least 18 of our centers in Gaza have been targeted and had some damages. 14 ambulances went completely out of service, along with other 19 who had several damages due to these continuous attacks. The major hospital, Al-Quds Hospital, for the Palestinian Red Crescent in Gaza, has went out of service after being targeted and besieged. And now it looks like we're facing the same scenario, the same fate again with Amal Hospital in Khan Younis. So I'm wondering what we should do as a humanitarian agency. The only thing we want to do is to continue providing our humanitarian life-saving services in Gaza for people in desperate need of it. The situation remains dire,
Extremely
and this
challenging.
continuous attack is still, and unfortunately, the international community failed to provide protection for civilians, humanitarian agencies, and healthcare workers.
Yeah, extremely challenging for you to work in these circumstances. Nebal Farsakh, spokeswoman for the Palestinian Red Crescent, joining us there from Ramallah. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much.